So today I'm with Glenn Rains, who is the owner of
RPM, or Rains Precision Motorsports.
So what exactly do you guys do in general? I mean, I know you work on cars, but walk me through the type of customer or the type of work that you really do when it comes to vehicles that kind of sets you apart from the normal kind of places that people would go.
You bet. So we do a ton of general maintenance and repair, but my specialty and my staff specialty is high performance. So we love to make them faster, make them perform better, everything from better gas mileage, better towing, more efficient, sleeker, better looking, lift
and that's not necessarily a world where you're going to find a lot of people in the Denver metro area that do that kind of work. I mean, it's pretty succinct art.
It is, yeah, and especially people that do it correctly. That's the biggest thing too, or that take the time and the energy to do it right, to where you don't have a bunch of issues when you're done.
Sure. How long have you had your business?
I've been in business now for 8 years.
Awesome.
Been doing this my entire life. My dad's a mechanic technician, performance technician, so I'm third generation at this. It's what I love to do.
And walk me through your staff a little bit. Tell me who all you have working with you.
So my service writer, my front desk guy, his name's David Erickson. He deals with all the performance parts industry area of all that. He deals with customers coming in. He does service writing. He takes care of everything at the front. The people that I have in the back is myself. I'm the head technician. My brother is my second in command. He's the guy that takes care of all the other portion of the mechanical repair and lots of performance stuff. He's extremely particular as I am, very detail oriented, so he's very good at his job. Also, it's the only thing he's ever done his whole life, so he's extremely good at it. I've got a third technician. His name's Greg. He's extremely good. He's been doing it coming up on 17 years now. So between the three of us, we're crowding 60 years of experience in the back of the shop. We love what we do. We're very good at it, and we love the satisfaction of customers actually appreciating us for how good we are. So.
Well, and as one of those customers, I think I first crossed paths with you about 4 or 5 months ago, and I just can't tell you how pleased I am with the work that's been done. And just, if you would, just kind of walk us through what has been done with my Suburban. We've done a number of things, and I'll kind of let you just walk us through what we started with and what we just finished up in the last day or so.
You bet. So basically, when you originally came to us, you were looking for more fuel economy, more power, and better capability of towing. So our first round, what we did is we started off with doing a cold air intake system, stainless steel headers, and an exhaust. After trying a couple exhaust systems on this, I wasn't very happy with the interior resonance and the outside noise. So what we did is we actually kept headers with emissions compliant Y-pipe, which is oversized to 4-inch, and then we stuck with a similar to factory heavy duty exhaust system that's actually a 3-chamber exhaust. Still flows very well, but extremely quiet and very comfortable to drive in. So any long road trips, towing, anything like that, it's going to perform very well and be very quiet. After we did that, you expressed you wanted more power. So the next round, what we did is we opted to go with one of the Magnuson Superchargers. So we did Magnuson 1.9. We overdrove that blower slightly, only about 35% more. It's making between 6 and 7 pounds of boost. Power output's over 150 horsepower difference at the wheels. Very, very conservatively tuned. To keep the system very cool and extremely efficient and also very safe, we installed a water methanol injection system that's fed off of boost reference and mass airflow pulse and frequency. So now it's going to inject water methanol injection solution anytime you're in boost and anytime you're in a heavy load situation to keep detonation out of it. It would be nice and very drivable, very safe. We didn't do a bolt-on kit for Magnuson. I actually built and designed the front heat exchanger myself because I wanted it to be much more efficient than the one that is normally supplied. So I went with a very, very oversized heat exchanger in the front. And when we did that, we actually moved the factory transmission cooler, mounted it, inverted, and made a couple other changes in the front end to make it extremely cool. we were really happy with the outcome of this because we saw temperatures, intake air temperatures down 30, 40 degrees of the other ones that we've done in the past. So under wide open throttle, and today when we were testing in multiple hard pulls, both on the dyno with no fans and a few things, the only temperature inversion we saw was up to about 88, 87 degrees. Normally we see 130, 140 degree intake air temperatures, which in case causes detonation and engine problems. So this one performed really well. We were really happy with the outcome.
And there were a few other little bells and whistles you added.
Yeah, so you expressed very much how you wanted to be able to see better. We put a LED light bar, which we tried in several locations, but we kept it very, very subtle. I built all custom brackets to mount it above this primary grille, and it's the exact length of the grille and the bracketry and everything we made out of 70-75 billet aluminum. So not only light, but very strong and rigid. It at night performs unbelievably. We did a spread LED bar, which is a flood style end beam and a focus style middle beam, so it will not only give you outside light in a flood style, but give you very deep long light forward. It turned out extremely well. What I did with the hood is we went with a very subtle cowl, which is only about a 1.5 to 2 inch cowl hood. The idea behind that was to try to get some of the heat off the engine compartment and get it off the top of the blower and out and away from the intake to keep, of course, keep the intake air temperature down where it belongs.
And there was a cool little enhancement you put inside the console?
Yeah, so once again, when you expressed you'd like to have a little bit more light in certain situations, you'd like to be able to focus it rather than put some gaudy spotlight or something on the side of this thing, because I'm not very primed to see something like that on a car that's so clean and so well taken care of. I gave you what all the shop guys here use, which is just a Streamlight LED. And Streamlights perform very fantastic. They've got a quick change battery system, and we hid the mount inside the car in the console, so it's extremely easy to get to. And it's all hardwired to the car, so anytime you need it, you just reach in and pull that out, and you have it at your fingertips.
Wow, that's great. Nice and convenient. Nobody even knows it's there.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, why don't we give? Let's listen to what the engine sounds like. We'll see what it sounds like when it's turned on. Anything else you'd want to speak to with regards to what we're looking at?
Yeah, so we used a little bit smaller upper pulley to get the overdrive that we wanted, to get the power numbers that we wanted. But you can see it runs and sounds as it would from the factory. The only difference you even know if you were driving it is you hear a little bit of blower whine, but everything we kept very simple and subtle and very nicely put together. We used an HD tensioner and a blower snout reinforcement to keep everything nice and safe and rigid, so we don't see any belt slip or any issues. So it should be a very good vehicle for thousands and thousands of miles. It should be very reliable. You shouldn't have any issues at all.
Well, that sounds great. The last thing you want to show me is a custom hitch cover that you guys put together for us.
Absolutely. So one of the things you expressed was your dislike for the way the hitch looks, so we used one on a OEM GM style hitch covers for a different vehicle to cover it up to get what we wanted. So it looks much better. Very classy look. It dressed it up a little bit just to keep it from having that exposed hitch cover. So.
Well, everything I've seen on this truck is just impeccable, down to the last detail. So on behalf of myself and my family, I just want you to know how much we appreciate the business we've been able to do with you, the relationship we've been able to create.
Absolutely.
And then just your passion for going the extra mile in everything you do. It obviously shows up in your work, but the relationships are just as powerful as the end result, and that's important to me, and I know it's important to you too.
Absolutely. It's
All
my
right.
pleasure and all of our pleasure here. So
Sounds good. Thank you so much, and we'll end this video right here.